Hi everyone, my name's Brian Davis. Welcome to Brian Davis Scuba. At last I'm doing another Coronet video for all my subscribers who subscribe just to follow this 1976 Coronet Yacht 44. And I think I will do a video eventually on the history of this model and everything, but for now when I do work on the boat, I'm just uploading what we do as we go along. I know I do owe you all a walkthrough of the interior, but we've been using the boat a lot for diving recently, and I've still not got the front cabin fully refurbished. So as soon as that's done, it'll be a month or two. It's very simple. We're just going to repair the woodwork in the front cabin, and we're just going to spray paint it white. We've already put lights in, we've already put nice new seat covers. The original were dark and dingy, they were black. We've replaced them with nice white ones, so it's work in progress, but it is the season for us now, and we're using the boat 2 or 3 times a week, but it will be done for sure. If any of the Coronet viewers would like me to do a video on any particular aspect of the boat, I'm very happy to do that at short notice. So in this video we pulled the boat out just for its kind of annual hull maintenance, which I'm now thinking of doing because it doesn't cost a lot to pull the boat out. I'm thinking of pulling her out 2 or 3 times a year, because we can do things a lot quicker, and I think it will save money because the pull out is quite cheap. But anyway, this one was a year since we pulled her out before. We did have a crack in the port side exhaust cowl. We thought it might be serious, it might go through the hull, but guess what, the hull is so strong. No, it was just a delamination between the exhaust cowl and the hull, and we've repaired it. It was relatively easy. I thought it was going to be a disaster, but what we found is a load of debris in the exhaust cowl which must have been put in there when the yacht was built in 1976. So I don't know what went on then. Maybe it was a disgruntled employee, maybe this was a Friday or a Monday boat and they wanted to get it finished and they just stuck it on and said to hell with it. I don't know, but anyway, you're going to see how we repaired it, and it's really good. The craftsmanship of the glass fibre guy at the Dubai Creek Marina is just amazing. And then I supplied him some epoxy and carbon fibre, so it's never going to crack again. Plus now we've got much better water flow through the exhaust, and the engines now both run at the same temperature. So that was a result. What we thought was a disaster actually turned out all right in the end. So at the same time, we'd had 3 underwater lights fail within a year, which is disappointing because they were from 2 well-known brands. I'm not going to slag any brand off. So we took the opportunity to replace those. We put a new anode on because it had gone. We also put some shaft anodes on, which they convinced me to do it, but we did test continuity, so I'm not sure we really need them. Luckily we haven't seen any drop off in performance, because they can disrupt the flow to the propellers, so it's been okay. And finally, what's really good, we've put in through the whole transducer for my new Echo Sounder combined GPS chart plotter Garmin one. So now we have 2 Echo Sounders on board, and we dive a lot, so if we lose an Echo Sounder it can be a disaster, and the quality of the images now are fantastic. So we've got 2, one glued through the hole, which they said couldn't be done. I had the Garmin technicians here saying, oh no, so this will never work. Guess what, we managed to resin bond it, so it did work, being glued inside the hole, because at that time when I changed standalone Echo Sounder a few months ago, I didn't want to haul the boat out, so that's worked as well. So all in all, pretty happy. We were in a few days longer than I wanted to be, so we missed 2 weekends diving, but I did go over the East Coast, so nothing lost, and that's where you see made some East Coast diving videos, and I'm going to continue to do those. So please enjoy the video. And off we go. It's a small journey to the boat lift. It's virtually opposite our berth, so we just manoeuvre out, cross the marina, and we get to the boat lift dock. Here you can just see it on the left. There's 2 docks, one for the bigger travel lift and one for the smaller one. We're going into the smaller one. Coronet just fits exactly in that dock. They've got everything ready, so in we go. Engines into neutral, switch them off, and then they just lift effortlessly. And it's literally a 3-minute drive with the boat lift to the yard. Once in the yard, she's assigned a space, quite tight to get into, but the operator of the boat lift just makes it look so easy. He does this nearly every day, so there we go. We had let barnacles build up a bit on the unprotected areas because we knew we were going into dock a few weeks before, so I guess we were just a bit lazy rather than jumping in with our scuba tanks and cleaning it off like we do most weeks. That's the crack in the exhaust. Luckily it did not go through to the hull, but in general the anti-fouling was still in pretty good condition, as you'll see. We use a product from Hempel which really works very well, and here you can see hardly any fouling at all. There's a close-up of the crack on the exhaust cowl, which we didn't expect to have to do this year. We just discovered it literally 3-4 days before we were going to dock, so get on with that right away. We had to cut a section out because we could see debris in the exhaust, but we couldn't get it all out by pulling, so we decided to remove a section. Here we are removing some of the debris by pulling, but as I said, we couldn't get it all out, so we made the decision to cut out a section of the cowl. And here you can see what we removed from the exhaust. How that was in there, we don't know. It must have been in there since build, and so that was removed all the debris, and then we have to put the section we removed back, and we did that by putting some fiberglass around the exhaust to give like a backer to put the section back in, then using a very quick setting resin. You can see here it's being applied, and that was used to strengthen the fiberglass as well as glue the section back in place. There you go. This is putting some on the outside just before offering up the section. I mean, amazing how fast this chap worked, the fiberglass technician, and there it goes. He just puts it and wedges it in place and lets it set before then applying the carbon fibre fabric around. We used carbon fibre and an epoxy resin, so we had the maximum strength, plus we didn't have to put as many layers as if we'd used GRP, which meant we could fill and sand the repair so you wouldn't notice that the exhaust had been opened. Here's the carbon fibre going on. Again, makes it look so easy. So once the carbon fibre had been done, I just applied the filler and sanded it, and then made it ready to put on a primer coat. Here's the masking going on, so you can apply the primer coat and then put the top coat on top. That's the primer finished, and in the shot just coming up, you can see after the top coat was applied, here you go, you couldn't see that a repair had been made. Really pleased with that. So then it was time to get on with preparing the anti-fouling. We couldn't sand while that work was going on because there would have been fine dust all over the place, and we wanted it to be relatively dust free for the exhaust cowl repair. But again, the guys got onto this, it didn't take long. At the same time, we're cleaning up the props, the shafts, the supports, and then starting work on getting the new transducer in. We had to do some moulding work inside so it sat properly. That's it just being checked before it goes in. We had 3 underwater lights we had to change, which was a disappointment because they failed within a year, 2 different brands. So anyway, we had some spares, we had 3 spares, so we put those on. As you can see, it was a really quick and easy job. You can see there the anode has gone, that needs to be changed. We'll do that at the end. Here's the lights all on and working. So now that's done, we can get on with finishing the anti-fouling. So again, masking up and protecting. It was amazing how fast they worked when they got onto it. I thought we'd be late getting out of dock. They said don't worry. They put plenty of guys on, applied 3 coats of anti-fouling, all within a day, and that allowed us to undock ready for diving at the weekend. But here you can see they're really up. We've obviously speeded this up, but they were really going at a pace. They just put lots of resources on it, lots of people on it, and it was done in no time at all. So there we go, virtually complete by this stage. Just look how nice it looks. And there's the new anode on. We checked for continuity. The continuity was there, so we know it provide full protection and ready to go back in the water. So it's just a reverse procedure of coming out. There they are, moving back to the not slip the mooring or the dock, whatever you call it. And again, the operator just makes it look so easy. There we go, in position. Let the boat down. Unhook. And out we go back to the berth. Wasn't that interesting? I mean, the way they just lift the boat, maneuver it around, you wouldn't believe it was 16 or 17 tons hanging on there. Those guys just know what they're doing. And when they put it back in, it was just as easy. I mean, it's just amazing what they can do. And the workmanship, I'm over the moon with what they've done. I was really worried about the exhaust cowl. I thought it was going to cost a fortune to repair, and in the end, it was very reasonable. I'm not going to tell you the costs. The reason for that, at the end of the year, I'm doing one video just on the cost of running Dubai Coronet 44 for the whole year, from crew costs to fuel costs to maintenance, the whole damn shaboodle. New toys like my new GPS chart plotter. So yeah, in January I'll have that video out, so you'll know exactly how much it has cost me to run this lovely lady for the whole year. My name is Brian Davis. Thanks for watching. I'd appreciate it if you did hit the subscribe button. 70% of viewers don't, which is really saddening, because you judge what you do on YouTube by the number of views and the number of subscribers. My views, I've knocked them out of the park. But guys and ladies, please, could you subscribe? See you next time.